Welcome to Breaking Boosters. Stay a while as I open packs of magic cards using voices and characters from my Dungeons & Dragons sessions. If you like what I do, please visit my online store where I sell easy-to-play Pauper DH decks made using cards from my very own collection. Or consider joining my Patreon where I will give away one Pauper EDH deck every month. Also follow me on other social media such as Twitter and Instagram to stay up to date with the channel. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. With all that out of the way, let's go! Today's video is brought to you by Cytex Gaming, located on Grant Road in Northwest Houston, a hop, skip, and jump away from Highway 249. Cytex Gaming caters to the TCG player by providing a wide selection of singles for Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! You can play MTG Commander events every Wednesday at 6 p.m. and Friday at 7 p.m. Pioneer on Tuesdays, and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! On Saturdays. Today, the announcer's here. We're going to open up a pre-release kit of Theros Beyond Death. Let's hope for a Heliod, a Thassa. Let's hope for a Perforos. Without further ado, let's get to opening. We have a red dice, a D20 spin down. Always love the color red. Right, Perforos? Our foil, our date stamp promo, is Woe Strider, Horror. When it enters battlefield, create an 0/1 goat creature token, sacrifice another creature, and scry 1. Escape cost is 3. 2 black. Exile 4 of the cards from your graveyard. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape cost. Note, time restrictions apply, I believe. Woe Strider escapes with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. And here we go with the first pack. We have Nyxborn Seaguard. We have Thrill of Possibility. We have Plummet. We have Omen of the Dead. I really like this cycle of omens. We have Eidolon of Philosophy. That is an expensive activated cost and limited, let me tell you what. But drawing 3 cards is nice. Then we have Dreadful Apathy, an enchantment order that is a pacifism. Zestian Skirmisher, a human warrior with Constellation, a returning mechanic. Heros' Blessing, another enchantment, because this is an enchantment-based set. Farika's Liberation. Witness of Tomorrows. It's a Sphinx. One with the Stars. An enchantment or creature is what you enchant. It is a enchantment and loses all other card types. This is going to be a great card. And then, Nisian, Horn Beetle. It is an insect. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control another creature with power 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And our legendary enchantment creature, Demigod, a new creature type in Magic the Gathering, is Daxos, blessed by the sun. And our rare is Wavebreaker Hippocamp, a horsefish, adding to that horse tribal. And the new lands that are so sweet. And the Satyr token to finish off on pack 1. On to pack 2. Elite Instructor, a human wizard that draws a card. Reed of Mountain's Blaze, a nymph that also loots. Gift of Strength, because combat tricks are a thing. Eros' Blessing. It gets +1/+1 and 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls when it enters the battlefield. Funeral Rites. Draw cards, because drawing cards wins games. Dreadful Apathy, Pacifism, hello. Eidolon of Philosophy, again, drawing cards, although expensive, is still good. Vicious Typhon, Snake Beast. Escape for 5 and 2 green, exile 4 of the cards from your graveyard. When it escapes, it enters with 3+1/+1 counters on it. Expensive. Wings of Hubris. I just like saying that one. Equipped creature has flying. Can't be blocked this turn. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step if you sack Wings of Hubris. Nyx Herald. An enchantment creature, Centaur Shaman for 2 and a green. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target enchanted creature or enchantment creature gains +1/+1 and trample until end of turn. Reverent Hoplite. 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 When is that not fun to say? Enters the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 white human creature tokens equal to the devotion to white that you have. Field of Ruin. A really nice reprint with a super sweet new art. And our rare is Archon of Sun's Grace. Pegasus creatures you control have lifelink. Oh, and a gray Merchant Apostle Foil. Super sweet. And a Swamp with a human soldier token. On to pack 3. And we start off with a Hero of the Games. Whenever you cast a spell that targets this guy, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Which I do believe is the heroic mechanic from previous Theros sets. Instant speed. Enchanted creature gets +1/+2. Thank you, Combat Tricks. Stern Dismissal. Return target creature or enchantment an opponent controls to its handler's hand. Nyxborn Colossus. A 3 pips. Devotion card right here. 6/7. Scavenging Harpy. 2 and a black. Whenever it enters the battlefield, exile target card from a graveyard an opponent has. It's a 2/1. Loathsome Chimera, cause wow. Yeah. We can see why, right? When it escapes with a +1/+1 counter on it. Underworld Charger. It cannot block. And when it escapes with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. And it's a 3/3. Brine Giant. This spell costs 1 generic mana less to cast for each enchantment you control. Thank God. Mogius's favor. Enchantment creature. Enchantment that enchants a creature +2/+(-1), and you escape. Staggering Insight. For 1 and a blue, enchantment creature gets +1/+1. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has lifelink, and whenever it deals combat damage, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And our demigod is Caliphate, beloved of the sea. Thundering Chariot. First strike, trample, haste for crew 1. Seems okay. Allure of the Unknown. Ah, that's Seb McKinnon art. Glorious. Reveal the top 6 cards of your library. An opponent exiles a non-land card from among them. You may put the rest into your hand. That opponent may cast the exile card without paying its mana cost. Oh, I don't know about that. Brine Giant again in foil. Forests. And an ad. On to pack number 4. Red of Mountain's Blaze, the Looting Nymph. Karametra's Blessing. Combat Trick. Elite Instructor. Draw a card and discard a card. Final Flare. Nylea's Forerunner. Seems okay. Soul Reaper of Mogius. Sacrifice a creature, draw a card after you pay 2 and a black. Omen of the Hunt. I do like the Omen cycle. Oh, and we get Omen of the Dead. Very, very nice. Moji's favor again. Captivating Unicorn. Constellation. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, tap target creature an opponent controls. Furious Rise. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until your next turn. Banishing Light. Enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until Banishing Light leaves the field. A little O-ring now in Standard. Glimpse of Freedom. Draw a card. Escape. For 2 and a blue, exile 5 other cards. Oof. And then Protean Thaumaturge. Pretty sure I didn't say that one right. Constellation. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may have this guy become a copy of another target creature, except that it has this ability. Seems good. Plains. And a goat. So sad, goat. On to pack 5. Alright. Nyxborn Courser. Vexing Gull. Aspect of Manticore. Sunmane Pegasus. Skola Grove Dancer. Soul Reaper of Moji's. Nexus Wardens. Underworld Charger. Omen of the Forge. Like the Omen cycle. Altar of the Pantheon. Banishing Light. Welcome back, O-Ring. Nyx Herald. Commanding Presence. Nylea's Intervention. And a mountain. Thank you, Human Soldier, for finishing us up. On to the final pack. And we start off with Indomitable Will. Moving on to the Hidden Coves Nymphs. Underworld Rage Hound. Heliod's Pilgrim. Super nice reprint. Loathsome Chimera. Underworld Charger. Plummet. Discordant Piper. Arena Trickster. Warbriar Blessing. Dawn Evangel. Mirror Shield. Cling to Dust. And the Archon War is our last rare. Island. And Wall. Alright. Thanks for joining me on this pre-release opening. Goodbye. Today's video was brought to you by Cytex Gaming, located on Grant Road in Northwest Houston, a hop, skip, and jump away from Highway 249. Cytex Gaming caters to the TCG player by providing a wide selection of singles for Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! You can play MTG Commander events every Wednesday at 6 p.m. and Friday at 7 p.m. Pioneer on Tuesdays and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! On Saturdays. Thank you for watching my video. I enjoy making these videos, and you all make it possible. Please visit my Patreon, my online store, and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. Links for all that will be in the description below. And while you're down there, please hit that like, subscribe, and notification buttons. See you next time.